Hey guys, Mike Manalo here from the Nerds of Color, getting ready to drop it like it's hot, because we are at the premiere of Drop, the latest from amazing horror comedy director Christopher Landon, who brought us Freaky and of course the Happy Death Day series. Landon's work always comes with the greatest sardonic wit, with amazing horror thrills as well that elevate the comedy horror genre. So again, I can't wait to see this. More to come on the Nerds of Color. Let's talk to the cast and crew of this buzzy Blumhouse classic to be. Hey Reed.
Nerds of Color.
I'm Mike Manel from the Nerds of Color. Let me just say, I was 5 seconds from calling you Mr. Dominic because I was a huge Dollhouse fan and I was a huge S.H.I.E.L.D. fan, so Dr. Whitehall was amazing as well. You are such a good villain. Absolutely.
You are a nerd.
I am a nerd.
Yes, fantastic.
I am a nerd.
Yeah, you're naming all the right shows.
Yes. Okay. As a huge nerd and a fan of witty writing, and now you're in Drop, which is from Christopher Landon, who's one of the wittiest writers in the world, I have to ask you, what does wit mean to you, and what do you look for in a witty screenplay?
Oh, well, brevity is the soul of wit, and I think of wit all the time. I love wit. Obviously, as the shows you've referenced are written by very witty people, and this is a very witty, tight script, and that's what you're always looking for, because this script was beautiful when it showed up, and I was like, I have to be in it, because as they say, if it's not on the page, it's not on the stage, and it was right there. But every iteration got wittier and wittier. But wit is the delightful combination of humor and intelligence, right?
Two things which very much define you as well as an actor, sir, I must say. Okay, so
Odin bless you. Or should we say, Hail Hydra?
No, I'm kidding. But yes,
Yes.
So, I mean, here's the thing. With shows like Dollhouse, with shows like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you're going to different locations. Drop is very much kind of a claustrophobic movie. It's very much set in like very limited locations and everything like that. And I have to ask, how does that challenge you as an actor when you have to deal with that sort of subgenre of movie and filmmaking versus shows and projects that allow you to really explore other spaces?
What was really exciting about having one set was we shot everything sequentially. So once we got to the restaurant, we didn't shoot things out of order. So we literally went from page 18 to page 69, whatever it was, while we were there. So that, as an actor, it's very exciting. And also because we literally built a restaurant, like 2 stories off the ground in a stage in Ireland. For me as an actor, the fewer things that I have to pretend, the better I can be. So when you're literally in a restaurant where food's coming in and the food is delicious, Brandon would take those steaks home every night, this is true. And it was actually really delightful, and to get to warm up to it and be there and interact with everyone in real time in that restaurant, it was spectacular. So I don't mind one restaurant. Also, like, having one costume, I have to tell you, is just delightful, because you don't have to worry. You know what it is, you get into it every day, you get into a routine. So I have to say, though, as an actor, I've been doing this for 40 years now, right, as you know, and there are these jobs that come along every once in a while that keep you in it and make you go like, oh, this is why I'll do this, and this is one of them. Drop is a very, very special movie. On a Monday, I called my manager, my beautiful manager, Stacy, and I said, I'm tired of playing Lawrence Dominic. I'm tired of playing bad guys in a suit. I want to play a sweet guy, someone more like me. And she goes, and she found me this thing the next day. I had the job by Friday. So it was a dream come true. And for me, also a dream come true, because Megan Fahey, there's only 3 actors in my life that I've ever watched on screen and said, I have to work with them. Malcolm McDowell, Kevin McKidd, and Megan. And I've worked with all 3 of them. But Megan, when this job came along, and it's shooting in Ireland, where I got married 20 years ago, and it's starring Megan Fahey, I was like, there's no way this is going to happen. And then it did. And it was a dream come true. And it was one of those very special experiences, too, where we're all on location together. Because for me, I love acting. But what I love even more is hanging out with these amazing, fun people like Gorgeous Ed and all the people here. So, yeah, it was a dream come true.
Hi, Gabrielle. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you so much. I'm Mike Manal from the Nerds of Color, and I'm excited, and congratulations for being here.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
Absolutely. Okay, so I gotta ask. I mean, like, can you tease a little bit about Kara without actually spoiling anything for your character?
Well, Cara is the unassuming bartender. Without spoiling anything, she's definitely a girl's girl. You're going to see that in the movie. She really looks out for Megan's character. And without giving too much away, I mean, obviously everyone's a suspect.
That's a good tease right there.
Doing?
Doing very good, thank you. I'm Mike Manalo from the Nerds of Color, and I'm very excited to be here right now because you guys at Platinum Dunes are just doing some of the best horror movies ever, and now getting to see you guys team up with another studio that does some of the best horror movies ever, Blumhouse. What's that collaboration been like for you?
Very easy. We've made 9 movies with them, so it just sort of feels like we're back home again whenever we get to make movies with them, and they're the best. I mean, they're the best of the best, and we feel so grateful to be in business with them and continuously make movies that hopefully people want to see.
Absolutely, and honestly, we see some of these amazing classics coming from Blumhouse that are reimaginings of amazing movies in the past, like Halloween and everything like that, but now we've got original movies as well, like Drop. What excites you more as a project when it comes onto your lap? Something that's a reimagining of a classic or something that's completely original that people haven't seen yet?
Well, look, I think we're all going to go see those classic movies, right, when they come out, because we all get excited about them, but I think with something like Drop that feels like an original movie, I think there's an opportunity to create something incredible and something long-lasting and create a new piece of IP that I think the world kind of desperately wants. So hopefully that happens here.
It's especially true for horror movies because a lot of times with these classic IPs, this is the genre where a lot of those can flourish and shine and be amazing, and people won't get fatigued by them because everybody always wants a good scare. And I think there's no one better to do that than Christopher Landon. So can I ask, I mean, what's it like working with Chris? And whenever Chris comes up with some new idea that falls on your lap, what's the first reaction that you get when you see that?
I'm in love with Chris. That's the first thing I would say. And second, any project that I'm developing, anything, Chris is number one on the list. I would do anything to work with him for the rest of my career. I absolutely adore him. I think he's so talented. He's an incredible friend and an incredible person, and he's a genius. So he's kind of all the things that, you could ever want, and we're just lucky to have made this movie with him and hopefully many more.
Absolutely. You know what? Who else that those adjectives describes? Cameron Fuller. It's true. It's true. Congratulations, you guys. Thank you so much for all you do for horror and original storytelling. Can't wait to see this one. Hi Violet, Mike Manalo from the Nerds of Color. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Very good, thank you. It's awesome seeing you here because I'm just a huge fan. I've been a fan viewer since The Flash, and now going into the horror era of your amazing career. You are not a stranger to the Blumhouse of horrors. We've seen you in Truth or Dare. We're now seeing you in Drop. What keeps drawing you back to the Blumhouse?
I can't stay away. No, just great scripts, really fun scripts, really fun people to work with, and I really enjoy it.
Absolutely. When you're doing something like Truth or Dare, which is really like, horrifying and supernatural and really scary versus something like Drop, which is a completely different brand of horror. Chris's style and Jeff's style could not be more different, and they're both amazing. But how would you kind of compare the experience of working with both of them?
Well, it's interesting because just as a viewer, I'm a lot more scared by things that I believe could happen in real life, like an intruder or somebody sending you drops. I'm less frightened by like ghosts, even though that's probably how I'm gonna go someday. A ghost is gonna be like, yeah, are you sure? And then just kill me. But I hope not too, but yeah, so it was fun to be able to work on something where where you can see the person that is attacking you, and there's fight choreography because of that, which I got to do a little bit of, and we did some stunt training, and that was really fun. So yeah, I would say that's the main difference.
Awesome. And for our DC fans, if Jesse Quick was across the table from Brandon instead of Megan, would this be like a 15-minute movie or what?
Yeah, she would have run out in 2 seconds.
Amazing. We miss you as Jesse, and honestly, we just love seeing your work and can't wait to see the next project and this amazing movie.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you so much, Violet. Megan, I'm Mike Manell from the Nerds of Color. How are you?
Great, nice to see you.
Absolutely, thank you.
The red you're wearing.
It's wonderful to see you too, honestly, and you look amazing too, honestly. I'm so excited for this movie. We're huge horror fans, and we're fans of yours, and to see both worlds come together now, it's going to be amazing. Violet really is a badass. Let's be honest, she's a badass. She's a normal woman. She's not necessarily a superhero.
I have to say I agree.
Right, and to me, that's what a horror movie, icon should be. And there's such a big history of final girls in horror, and I wanted to ask, which ones do you find the most iconic and are your favorites?
It's such a good question. I think, it's a genre that I've loved, that I have grown up with, and when this film came about, the thing that I loved about it is it reminded me of a lot of my favorites from like the early 2000s, kind of old school. Even though there was this sort of technological component to it, it didn't really feel like it was trapped in the phone. It felt very character driven. It reminded us of we talked about Red Eye, Speed, Panic Room, these sort of people in a situation and how are they going to work it out, But there's also a little bit of romance, a little bit of comedy, and that's why it was so exciting to be doing it with Chris, because he's so good at weaving those things into each other seamlessly. So yeah, I think those three movies for me were top of mind when I started doing this, for sure.
I think as far as strong female role models are considered, Violet's going to be way up there, and a lot of people are going to, look up to her as one of the best final girls in horror movie history. How does that make you feel?
Gosh, well, that is very kind. I think she deserves to be. She's an excellent character and a woman who's been through a lot and has persevered, time and time again. I'm very inspired by her, and I was very, very honored to step into her world for a moment. So, yeah.
Absolutely, and the same adjectives can be used to describe you, Megan. So thank you very much. Congratulations for tonight.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Fanboys, professional artists, and professors. Maybe a nerd who's just like you, talking about the things that you like too. So I invite you to the NOC. In full color, you see me. The hard knock life, comics, movies, and TV. Yeah, pop culture with a different perspective. Watch it on your screen, hit play, so check this.